welcome to quarter 2 of 2024's best Motability EV deals. And first things first, there is a lot of vehicles to choose from. You're kind of spoilt for choice this quarter. But one thing that hasn't changed is my main recommendation, I believe, from last month, which is the Hyundai Kona. And that's because you can now get it. Can't remember what it was last month. When I say last month, I mean last quarter. A 64 kilowatt one, 65 kilowatt hour one for no advance payment still, and that gives you a 319 mile range. And I'll put in a clip of the newer model, because I think last quarter I put the old model in to represent the 2024 model, but there is a refresh model out now, so I'll put a clip in of that for you. Yeah. After that, we've got another reason why I like the Kona is it's got a vehicle to load capability, so I can use its battery to run our house during the daytime on the cheap overnight electricity rate. I'm also a bit annoyed with this MG4 by the fact that the discharge feature on it that allows me to do that always stops at 50%, and that's my only bugbear with that car. Everything else I love about it. And from what I've heard, this is the issue with the Kona. You can drain it all the way down to 20%. The other issue with it is we used to have a Hyundai dealer in Morpeth. That's now just a Ford dealer, and we'd have to go all the way down to North Shields next to Coast Road, which is an extra 10 miles on my journey. But if you're only servicing once a year, would that be such a bad thing? Don't know. For us, it will depend on if something better comes out from MG in the next 2 years, because we've only had in fact it's our 1 year anniversary of the MG4 now. So other ones you've got in here, you've got the Fiat 600. That's, it's probably got a bit more room than the Kona, I believe, but it's got a smaller battery and not as much range. You have a look on here. Yeah, it's got about 50 plus less range. So, and it's probably not got vehicle to load, because that, again, I believe it's only Chinese and Korean cars that have that at the moment, like Konas and Hyundais and Kias. I mean, right. Let's have a look. Let's make sure this is still recording. Yep. Make sure you get good sound. There you got the Skoda in your estate. Yeah. You can get that from no advance payment. That would be an option probably for us, because I think the interiors are much better quality, but it's got a bit more room, but it's got a smaller battery and a bit less range. So again, it would be for us the vehicle to load ability. A lot of the European brands don't have it, and a lot of the American brands don't have it yet. Citroen C4, CX4, you got the BAD Watto 3. Further up here, you've also got the BYD Dolphin. I'm assuming the BYD ones would have vehicle to load, so those could be option, but I wouldn't pick them over the Hyundai Kona as of yet. Now here's a shocker. Remember I was going on in the last quarter about how much they were wanting for the Corsa electric up front, like £2,000 or something. You can now get it for 0%. No upfront payment on this scheme. So that's a much better deal if you're so inclined to buy a Vauxhall. You've also got the Mokka, which is basically mini SUV version of the same platform. I think the course has been refreshed recently, so if you're looking for something small, yeah, it's a possibility. But I wouldn't pick the Mokka over the Kona. The Kona on the scheme is far better value. You got to be a right Vauxhall head to go for the Kona, to go for the Mokka over the Kona. Let's have a look what's next. ID3, you can get like a 54 kilowatt one of them still. You got that Orca 3, I think that's another Chinese brand, so that's possibility for vehicle to load, but I just don't think it's got the range of the Kona or the MG4. Let's have a look here. 183 miles, so there's a bigger battery one there, 261 miles. You still might as well go for the Kona. You've got over 300 mile range in that one. So Sorry, Orca or Aura or whatever you want to call yourself. Fiat 500 hatchback. Again, why would you go for it when the corner gives you far much better range and it's probably better quality as well? Oh, they've got a, no, it's a 42 kilowatt hour battery, not the, yeah, that's the power output of the motor, kilowatts. So, yeah, I wouldn't bother with the Fiat 500 either. What else have we got? We've got this thing called the Coronado. I don't even know what this is. GM. Looks like a big SUV type thing. If you want to drive around a car that no one recognises, possibly. But the range isn't too good, 211 miles. To sacrifice that much range, it's got to have a lot of room to make up the difference, I think. And then you got the Mazda MX-30, which I still wouldn't touch with a barge pole. Let's just check to see if the range on these things have gone up. No, see, look, 124 mile range. It's only got a 35. It's basically what electric cars were 5-10 years ago. So, well behind Mazda there with their electric cars there. And here's a possibility for you now. There's the MG ZS. It's gone down in price for the bigger battery one now, I think. Let's have a look. 73 kilowatt hour one. But it doesn't have the range of the corner, so I wouldn't pick it. And the corner's also got vehicle to load, so to power your house. So, sorry, MG, I wouldn't pick it. Not now. Cupra Born. Now you got the, what we've got now, you've got the Jeep Avenger. I think I covered that last month. It's basically, it's using this 50 kilowatt hour battery. That's a lot of, was it Citroen's, few platforms are using. There's a Citroen, there's a Corsa, there's a Vauxhall are using this 50 kilowatt hour platform, and so they've not got the range. Stellantis group, yeah, Stellantis group of brands. MG4, you can get the one that we've got out there without the spoiler on the back, long range one, that's £49. Or you can get the trophy down for £649. I can't remember what it was last quarter now. You'd have to look at my video to find out. But I don't know if that's an improvement or not, but it's alright for the trophy one. What would be better is, because they've got the extended range one now, is to have that as an option, but they don't have it. The extended range MG4 has a 77 kilowatt hour battery and over 300 mile range. But when you get a corner for no upfront payment that does over 300 miles, why would you bother? So I'm not even making a list this quarter, but I would put that one below the corner still. It's going down. And we've got a few surprises here when we start getting at the ones that start off like at lower bounce. We've got the Megane, and we've also got the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Now, I'm going to be putting the Ioniq 5 number 2 on my list for this quarter. That's because you can get the vehicle to load capacity in that, but just look at it, it's a far more handsome car. It has half leather seats. You can get one there. It's got fairly decent range, the 58 kilowatt hour one. That might be the thing that tips you back towards the corner. I don't know. You can get the corner one with no upfront payment, with more range, or you could splash out and get the one with a similar range to the corner. It's got a bit bigger battery, so it uses more energy to get there, for $549. So I think I'm going to be putting that as number 3 on my list. Now you might have noticed right next to it there's the Megane, which does look really nice. I've seen some videos and that of it. But the problem with that is it's using that same Stellantis platform 50 kilowatt hour battery, I believe. Let's have a look. Oh no, they've got a 60 kilowatt hour battery and 280 miles range. It's interesting. But again, for me, it wouldn't have the vehicle to load ability to power your house on cheap rate Lecky. So that could be a balanced tipper for us. So, but you might want to think, but that might be something if you don't want to hire a Korean or a Chinese car, you might want to go for that. Especially if you're not so inclined to have something with vehicle to load capacity. Right. Much the same as last quarter down below. We've got Bilingos if you want something bigger to fit a wheelchair in. You know, wheelchair adaptations and things. Get that for less than 500 now up front. The Kia Niro, too much when you can get the Kona, which is basically the same platform with a different body shell on top. Same sort of performance, same sort of room. I'm not even going to look at that Honda. It's going to have pathetic range. ID4, you want something a bit more, a VW with a bit more SUV feel to size to it, or feel. Might want to pay the extra and go for that. I think it was the BMW, was it the i4 electric? I don't think that's available this quarter now on the scheme. I think you've just got the iX, whatever it is, the for like the SUV one that they do. Mini Cooper, I'm not, see, if you don't need the room and you want something that feels a little bit fast, then maybe, but Renault Scenic E-Tech, not bothered. Couldn't recommend any of these. I definitely couldn't recommend the Astra at that price up front, when you can get cars with just as much room with a much better range for a lot less. Enyaq Coupe, you might as well go for the estate Skoda. Toyota BZ4X, don't touch it with a barge pole. You're paying that much up front and it's got rubbish battery performance. Let's have a look here. Oh, you got 286 miles, I suppose. Possibility. They've improved the batteries in them, I think. ID5, if you want to, or Nissan Ariya, you want something big and chunky and SUV like. And then we've got the Astra Estate again, which I wouldn't touch with a barge pole for that much up front. And if you want to be a bit posh, you've got the Ioniq 6, which I mentioned last quarter. It looks a bit like a Porsche at the back. I suppose you got the Mustang E, Mach-E. I would choose the Ioniq 6 because of the vehicle, the loadability. See what size battery it has. Yeah, 77 kilowatt hour battery. Up to 340 miles of range, nearly 339. You've got a few Volvos in there, but they're just wanting too much up front. You've got to be a real brand snob to get one of them. I can't understand how the Kia EV6 is still that much up front, mind. I was expecting them to have a bit of a price drop on them. And there you go, your BMW iX1 is the only one they've got in the scheme now. So you don't have that nice saloon I had on there before. Peugeot 308, you've got to be mad to be paying that much up front for that. I think that's just come out, so they're charging a premium on it, I think. Yeah, for only 250 miles range. I don't really know of many people who are brand snobs for Peugeot. I don't think they're that type of car, so why would you pay that much up front? And that's about it. So yeah, Kona Electric is the one to pick this quarter, I'd say. There are a few other options if you need something else, but that would be my #1 pick this quarter. So thanks again for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.